Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Just finished my visit to Undercliffe Cemetery in Bradford. I had a fantastic visit. The weather wasn't brilliant, but it was really interesting place to be and to spend some time. So I thought, well, might as well make a video going back, see if I can find a slightly different way. It's not a place I ever drive around that much, so and some of the little trips I've got planned in Bradford, I'm going to be coming on the train, I think. So I might not be driving here so much. I hope the little microphones I've bought are working, because this is the third video I've made with them now. So if they're not working, that means I've got 3 videos with no sound on them. The sat-nav's saying go right, but I've got a feeling that's the way that I came, so I'm going to try and well, not that I have any idea where I'm going. I'm gonna try and get in towards the centre and go back that way. Bradford Royal Infirmary, that's near the centre, isn't it? Two hospitals here, St Luke's and Bradford Royal Infirmary. Signs with the little green, like the speed camera sign, with the little green sign above it and a C. That's the congestion charge sign, I think. I don't think I want to drive through the city centre. Bottled out. If you're from Bradford, you probably tell me I'm wrong, but I always used to find one way of navigating was, if you're going downhill, you're going towards the city centre. If you're going uphill, you're coming away from the city centre. It was a great visit though, and if you're ever in the area, do bob along to Undercliffe Cemetery if you're interested in that sort of thing. It was a fascinating place. Fascinating. Oh yeah, these congestion charge signs are everywhere. and I'm going to have to double, even though I checked it a couple of times on the Gov website, I'm definitely going to have to double check when I get home. There's a guy who I follow called Walk on the Wild Side. He makes videos in Blackpool, and he has a camper van. It must be a diesel, and he came to Bradford. He was there for a couple of days, and he got a congestion charge on each day. I don't think he knew he had to pay it, so I ended up with like a £200 fine. They were a long time changing, like a couple of minutes with those. I've got a funny feeling I've gone round in a big circle. Oh, this is Manningham Lane. Let's go all the way, goes all the way to the city centre, doesn't it? I guess it's one of these cities, if you know where you're going, you can get around fairly quickly. But if you're like me, oh, yeah. You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. Now, this is on my list of places to come. Lister Park. But not today. So much for my theory of if you're going downhill, you go towards the city centre. I'm losing interest in Bradford now. Just need to find some signs. If you see a sign for Leeds, shout. Signs here: Skipton, Otley, Ilkley, town centre. I'm going to go this way, so definitely don't want to go to Skipton. Not today anyway. Traffic lights be favourable to me. Thank you. Okay, time to get serious. Find yeah, I think it'd be quite good fun to come here because it's not an area that I know that much about, so I'm going to come to the cathedral as well. That's on my list of places to go. Thinking that in the last driving video, if I don't join them together, if they're two separate videos, I'll say it again. I'm thinking of sort of concentrating for the time being on Leeds, York, and Bradford for the kind of city walks. I think that should give me enough to do for the rest of my life, probably. And in Bradford, I've been given a few things. Somebody I work with made a few suggestions. At Lister Park that we drove past, Lister Mill. I think there's a park, Undercliffe Park, near the Undercliffe Cemetery. The Waterstones bookshop in Bradford Centre, which is in the old wool exchange. And the Bradford Cathedral as well, I want to visit. So, but I don't, unless I don't think I want to come in my car again. I think I said in the last video, it's about 15 years since I've driven in Bradford. So what I think I did, or what I thought I knew, I've long forgotten. It looks like Bradford City Ground there. Ballet Parade, is it still called? University of Bradford Stadium. Maybe it's not Bradford City's football ground then. Nah, it's got to be. I've actually been there probably about 25 years ago, 30 years ago. I do sort of vaguely remember it being like this. There we go, Leeds, A647, Wakefield A650. Either one of them will do. Because I know where I'm going when I go down both those roads. I once came with somebody to car dealers on here. What do we call them? Hyundais. Is it Hyundai? Not sure whether I'll even post this video. I keep seeing videos on YouTube and they say you've got to provide value for your viewer, you've got to provide value. And I'm not sure what value there is in a video of me being lost around Bradford. Unless you don't know what Bradford looks like and you want to see what Bradford looks like. Blimey. The city centre's just down to my right. Wakefield 14, Halifax, Huddersfield. Have I missed the road to Leeds? I think I've missed the road to Leeds. Oh no, still on it. Can everybody just stop driving so fast? Right. Yeah. I know where I am. For the first time since we left that cemetery, I know where I am. We're on the road to Leeds. This is the way the bus used to come. If you didn't have a car, there was two ways to get to Bradford from Leeds. The posh way by train or the cheap way by bus. We often used to come on the bus. They used to have, and it used to fascinate me as a child, they used to have trolley buses here, which I'm not sure, do they still have them? They're like a bus, same as a bus, but they're like a tram. They've got is it a pantograph? A ghost sign up there, J. Brown's, pawnbroker and clothier. Yeah, they have a pantograph and they run along electric wires, and I think they get the power from electricity. And they were blue, and they were Bradford City on them, and they used to run up and down the streets on the wires. No diesel, very green. And the only reason I'm mentioning it is when we used to come on the, I think we used to come on a Leeds bus, so it was a diesel bus, and then you'd come out of Pudsey further up here, and you'd get into Bradford, and then suddenly all these wires would appear, and the blue buses running along them, and just as you came into Bradford up here, there was the depot was was on our left as we came from Leeds, but it'll be our right. I mean, I'm going back now to about, I don't know, 1969 or something like that. So I don't even know if that depot is. My recollection was it was on the right hand side. Blimey, it's chaos. '72. I think that's the bus we used to come on. Is that bus 0? Do they have a bus 0 in Bradford? Or is it a mistake? These big interchanges, they take so long. Oh yeah, it's called Leeds Road. I was going to say that, but I didn't want to be wrong. But yeah, I always thought it's Leeds Road. It's 10 to 3 now. It's took me about, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes to get from that blooming that cemetery. Bus depot used to be somewhere up here on the right. Still got the signs up here from the general election. You forget what a place is like. It's and I have to say, tell me if I'm wrong, but driving around Bradford, it's just horrendous. It was on there, I think. You can actually still see the. It's a shame. You could still see the pylons that were used for the. Looks like the building's been demolished, but some of the pylons are still there. So that was as far as I think you could get the trolley buses. And then here's that massive roundabout that you go around when you're coming from Leeds. I think we're still in. There's a cinema down there. I think an Odeon cinema, and we're still in. In Bradford. But as you'll see in a minute, there's pretty much nothing here between the two. Although the Leeds Country Way does manage to thread its way along here, and it does manage to find a sliver of greenery to to walk along. There you go. So we're in Bradford. We're in Leeds. So this is coming up to Pudsey. If we go left here on the ring road, it'll actually take us back to where we were in the last video, when we were at Horsforth. But seeing as we've come this far across, we might as well go back to Leeds a different way. So it's probably what I'd call the central way. It takes you this way to the city centre in Leeds. And then there's what I'd call then the southern way, which is the M62, M606. That's where I was kind of aiming for, but I had no chance of finding that. So this takes us a little way on the Leeds Ring Road here, but then that forks off and we end up on the Stanningley Bypass. It's 50. The notorious Stanningley Bypass has been the scene of some horrific car accidents over the years. these bends at the bottom that where the bad accidents have been. So it's here that the ring road, you'd go off to the left, and that would take you down towards Ellen Road and Middleton, that end of the ring road, and then might as well carry on now. So this is Bramley area of Leeds. Just so anybody who's ever behind me in a car knows, if you want me to go faster, drive to within an inch or so of my rear bumper to encourage me, and guarantee that I go slower. People are so impatient. So impatient. There's one lane of traffic, it's completely full of cars. The speed limit is 40. There are speed cameras everywhere. Yet the car behind me is pushing, wanting to go that extra 2 miles an hour faster. I don't know what's wrong with people. There you go then, guys. That was I hope that was worth your trouble watching it. I didn't feel as if it was at times when I was stuck in Bradford, but we've actually got from point A to point B. We've got from Undercliffe Cemetery to the almost to the Armley gyratory roundabout. There's Leeds there in front of us, where we were last week, actually, down the bottom end of Wellington Street, got all those new apartments. So I'm going to call it a day somewhere around here. It's been an enjoyable afternoon. It's been a long afternoon with the driving. I've as I say, I keep saying it, but I really must start to use public transport more. Start going by train a bit more, I think. Wrong lane. Looks like they've nearly finished this. They've been doing a lot of work on this for quite some time. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, which I'll be very surprised, but if you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you like this kind of content, say it every time, then do consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help. We're getting ever closer to 500 subscribers, which is going to be an incredible milestone. I never thought I'd get 50, let alone 500. And if you've got anything to say about my adventures in Bradford today and the state of British roads, then I'd love to hear from you. It's great to get comments. But for now, I will say until the next time, cheerio.